everybody. Welcome to the Space Bro Show, episode 2. So, it's me tonight and my co-host over here, Ricochet191. How's it going, Ricochet?
What's going on?
Alright, yeah, we won't see some of the other guys tonight. Some of the guys couldn't make it tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Space Bro Show, episode 2. So, it's me tonight and my co-host over here.
I'm in the, what is it, the After Dark series there?
The After Dark
background.
Series. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. It happens. It happens. So, you know, all my green screen stuff happens too. So,
it's supposed to be I'm out of space.
There you go.
That's what we're going for here.
Yeah. The transmission's breaking up. The ship's going down. Look out. So,
yep.
Yeah, it's been good. So we've been having a good day. I just got home from work, so of course we're always late as usual. Yeah, we're getting everything set up here. So tonight we got some things to talk about. We're going to do a quick precursory over some of the things that happened over the week during Star Citizen. We're going to talk a little bit about what we have in coming up next week, and with a special episode of the Space Bro Show that we're going to be doing at the beginning of next week for E3. And then we're also going to talk about not only what happened with Around the Verse and Reverse the Verse, some little feedback on that Ricochet is handling. We'll be looking at some, I don't know, a little bit of spoiler stuff. Some good stuff. There you go, Ricochet191. Just, you know, be sure to follow his stream as well, and we'll get you the information towards the end of the episode. All right, so first off, I'd like to talk about the fact that Sandy is back over there with Squadron 42. So Ben's been hosting all the ATV stuff solo. That's what he likes to do, you know, just do the solo thing with his little cheese. Kicking it off like that. That's all good. I guess the warship sale is all over now, so we're done with that. If you missed out on that one again, like me.
Yep. Too bad.
Too bad. So sad.
Too bad.
Get over it. What else? CitizenCon went on sale and immediately sold out. So if you were hoping to go, hopefully there's got some extra money to scalp some tickets off somebody, because there's not that many tickets to begin with.
Be careful doing that, guys.
Yeah, be careful. We're not recommending you do that. It's only a joke.
Yeah.
So how many tickets did they release for that? I thought I saw like they had over 305 when I checked it, but I think it's only like a few hundred tickets. I don't think they do a lot for that at all. And then we also saw the announcement of the June Hangar Flare, which Inyo will be happy, right? Because it's the Avenger.
Oh, yeah.
They're releasing that model, so you get your little box. You can unwrap your box and pull out the box and pull out the Avenger model, and there it is, and yay, and all that good stuff. So
actually, it looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good,
nice.
You know? It does look pretty good. Maybe we'll raffle some of those off next week. That'd be good. Never know. Never know what would happen. All right. So, and that's really about a wrap of everything outside of what happened around the verse and stuff with most of the other precursory things that I saw that really went down with Star Citizen. We will look a little bit at the Vanduul ship that they have in flight here in a little bit, but let's talk about what we're doing beginning of next week. So, it's going to be me and Ricochet, and we're going to be jumping into some E3 entertainment. Amazing. I know, I'm excited. I mean, I'd have to admit, at first I was a little bit like, this is going to be a really lame E3, right? I was like, there's not a lot there. I don't really care. You know, I mean, was there anything that really popped off game-wise that you saw that you were like, oh my God, you know, I gotta see this?
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. That's the biggie. That's biggie right there.
And ironically, I got a screen for that. Fallout 4! Oh my gosh, Sunday night, kicking off the stream schedule. We'll be looking at Bethesda's release, which you know they have to say something about Fallout 4. I mean, come on. Come on. I'm ready for it, man. I have to say that even though I was a little bit hyped about the commercial, they had the little release thing, it left a little bit to be desired. It's a great teaser, but I know they weren't going to give us a lot this close to E3. They're going to save the big bang for that. They got a whole venue set up for it, so I can't wait to see the deets on Fallout 4. It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be amazing.
I know, dude. We're gonna be it's gonna be awesome. We'll be able to watch it right here, 9 p.m. CST, on my channel. Also, we'll multi-stream it over on Ricochet's channel too. So we'll be watching both of us hosting the whole E3 event that we'll be doing that part. We are going to miss out on the beginning stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Fallout might catch, Ricochet might catch some of it in the beginning, and then we'll see what happens from there. But Bethesda's the big deal for Sunday night. I mean, that's really where we're at with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then on top of that, there's other things that are happening at E3 that I'm really excited about. You got, they're going to talk about Batman, right? The new Batman game. I'm sure it'll be, boom, come on. It's going to be there. It's going to be so good. So good. And then, what else are we going to have? Oh, yeah. The Division. I've been waiting for, if you've listened to me, I've been waiting for this mug, this Tom Clancy final game he's actually physically involved in. I've been waiting for it forever. So good. So good of stuff. So hopefully all that comes through and it'll be really nice and we'll all enjoy a little bit of E3 action. See what happens with all that. So let me think. What else? Oh yeah. We got the Oculus Rift information versus PlayStation's Morpheus. So we're going to see what happens with that. That's going to be interesting. I'm actually really interested to see what PlayStation's hardware. We hear so much about the Rift. So much about it. I want to know what PlayStation's got in the store. Is this going to be another like Move controller from PS3 failure? Or is this going to be something actually really cool and viable that the PS4 and everybody's going to see like actually utilized? And it's going to be exciting.
I think Sony, this is what they're banking on, so I think they're gonna knock it out of the park just like they did with the PS4. Everybody's gonna flock to it. Everybody's gonna run to it, and especially with the base that PS4 has, this has to do good.
It has to be good, you know. But I mean, they've dropped bombs before. Like I mentioned, the Move controller, the ice cream cones were left a lot to be desired compared to the Kinect. So much so that when they dropped the PS4, they made a stereoscopic camera too, right? That's what the PlayStation 4 camera is. It's an exact copy of what Xbox had. So Xbox throwing a mulligan in this whole fight for VR. They're just like, yeah, we'll use the Rift. You know, we're just gonna use the Rift. You know, it's gonna work.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be amazing. So they might as well. It's gonna be on most of their Windows platforms anwe. I mean,
they're like, you thought we were gonna make one ourselves, didn't you? Nope.
Nope. We are not making crap for that. We are gonna use what's out there, what everybody's hyped about, and we are going to say, hey, it works great with our platform. Check this out. So that's pretty cool. I mean, we'll see. And of course, because of all this stuff, we're going to continue to see the fight of Xbox versus PlayStation, which I know PC Master Race, but it's so much fun to see these guys duke it out and come out with great game titles, just trying to boost each other against one another, and that's why you get all those proprietary titles there. So it's really good. It's really good. All right.
I can't wait for it.
I know it's going to be so good, man. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about what you saw on Around the Verse, and Reverse the Verse, rather, and talk about that. We're going to get the Star Citizen nitty-gritty of what you saw there and what you've reviewed on that.
Well, they were talking about, they were always clowning around. I did like, I don't know his name, but he had the Pokemon outfit on. It was,
of course,
it was amazing.
Yeah, of course.
But of course, they had the Where's Lando?
Yeah,
Lando was giving a tour.
Yeah. I think they even dropped. They know a lot of people have been like not playing Star Citizen. And have been playing what? Ark. Yes. Yeah.
They were also talking about like dinosaurs eat people. Like what?
Yeah, they were talking about dinosaurs confirmed in Star Citizen.
Oh yeah.
Yes, space dinosaurs. I heard them talk about that too. That was good.
Yep.
Stuff. So I can't wait. See, like I'll be rocking my Retaliator hopefully one day with a raptor in it.
Yeah. They were talking about the HOTAS too, and they're saying that they are getting everything that they wanted out of the HOTAS. It's just that it's still illegal.
Yeah,
so
it's some legal parameters. You know, it should be. I mean, if they're that close and they got everything they want, which it kind of shocks me they keep going back to the. I know everybody asks about it all the time, right? But I feel like that asking about the Star Citizen sponsored POTUS is like a gateway drug for us to talk about the controller conflict, controller balancing. If I hear any more about that, I'm just gonna die. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm over it. I'm like, I use multiple controllers, mostly keyboard. You know, work it out, guys. It'll be okay. If you want to play the best damn space sim ever, you're going to have to play wherever controller works with it. Be it a keyboard, be it a mouse, and be it a joystick, whatever. But yeah, the balancing thing's about ready to kill me. It's like, let them get the game out first. Let me balance controllers. Which I think's pretty much what they reiterated anyway.
Yeah. And of course, sorry, I'm just catching up here.
No, it's all good. Gotta go on the notes, man.
Yep. And what else do we have?
I think they were talking about seeing Frankfurt in ATV maybe next week too. So, Frankfurt office. But what do you got?
And then this will hangars get bigger to accommodate the range of 2.0 ships?
Yeah, because we're gonna have bigger ships, right? We got a multi-crew, and you're gonna see some of the ships that didn't fit inside the hangars fit like a glove now, apparently. So they're gonna be expanding hangar sizes. That'll be interesting too.
Oh yeah. Now I wonder how big they're gonna make them, because that would be awesome. Like if you could just have like your own little network of things happening in your hangar, you know?
Yeah, that would be kind of cool, especially with the social module coming out in shared hangars. You could regularly have like corporation meetings and guild meetings in a hangar with all your ships and stuff. That'd be kind of cool looking.
It'd be nice.
Yep, I think I saw there were some interesting questions that were asked, like about people were asking about resource allocation, things like that with Squadron 42. But you know, overall, there's the only thing that I found really interesting Q&A wise was just the FPS stuff is like all I care about, which of course they save for the last 10 minutes of the entire episode, as always. Like, you know, different answers and questions on that. So, really, I don't know. I mean, of course, there's, like you said, there's no FPS update at this point. We're just kind of dealing with what we're dealing with it. It's going to be one of those deals where they're doing testing. I think they said they're about 90% there. They're just kind of doing the last bits of polish on it, but 10% to us might mean a week. 10% to them could mean 3 months. I have no idea. I mean,
could be forever.
Who knows? There's no subjective nature of like what that means. I do know they did confirm that it's the largest player count will be 32. That's what they're gunning for at the launch. Yeah. And they are looking to expand it to 64 though, and I was kind of shocked by that, to be honest, because I thought they were going to do something a little more intimate to start with, but they said because of multi-crew, because of what they're trying to do eventually and link this into spaceships and having the FPS going at the exact same time, because you're fighting on the crews of ships too to take them over, they have to have 64-man running at some point in the very near future. So by 3.0 Arena Commander, we're looking 64-player maps. So that's pretty exciting to know.
Cause just think about it, like one battle could be like 2 capital ships.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's like a big, huge battle right there.
Totally. I think they said the closest. They said as far as the gameplay feel, people were asking about like bullet penetration, all that stuff. They said there's not going to be bullet penetration first release. There's not going to be. They said the closest to the feel of the game is kind of like Counter-Strike, but not really. So I don't even know what that means. To me, that means more of a Battlefield feel to it, but on maybe a Counter-Strike type map. I don't know.
No crosshairs, just running around and stuff about. No down to sights. If it's Counter-Strike,
yeah, I know that's. But you know, they talked again. I don't know. So I think they're a grasp at that one. We'll have to see how much that actually hangs in there or not. And you know, people ask them the direct question, what's holding the FPS back? And it says basically just changes to networking backend is exactly what he said, and I'll quote him here. It says changes to networking backend to get the 32 player count on FPS, which will improve the ability to have multiple ships later on. They're going to get more ships out of the work. They're doing more FPS players. So the more they work on FPS, the more they're going to be able to stabilize the ship issue too. So it goes hand in hand. In other words, I mean, all this work they're doing will actually translate over. And they have to get the FPS done because they can't do Squadron 42 without having the assets from the FPS all the way done, because that's part of the level of the single player game. Now, they don't have to have multiplayer working, but the movement that they've been working on and something else, they have to have done. There's just no question about it. That's what they said, and that's what they're working on.
It all has to go in the melting pot and come out together.
Yep. Yeah, and they talked about one of the main factors they're really working on there too is the start and stop and the juke projects, which I don't know if I'm not worried about the juke and the stuff that I've seen them talk about, and it's like, it's cool, but I'm like, you know, they're actually having engineers work on the juke, and that's part of what was holding it up, and I'm like,
you know,
I can't juke, who cares?
Yeah. You say who cares, but you know when it comes out and you're like, you dodge somebody's bullets, you're going to be like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's like, I juked. I went, you can't shoot me? You can't shoot me? What's up, you know? And
you can't see me on the court?
Yeah,
you can't see me?
Yeah, take it from me. Come on, baby. No, it ain't gonna happen. So, yeah, you know, they're basically getting all that stuff done, and they have to hook up the new mocap assets again to get the new engineering of the juke in and all that. So hopefully they'll work through something next week, and hopefully in the next 2 weeks we'll hear something. My original prediction was next week we'd hear a timeline. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and do the typical thing, and I'm going to bump my date out in 2 weeks, 2 more weeks, and then we'll hear something on like more of a firm date or a feel, or maybe a month. Maybe they can hand us down to a month. Maybe they'll be able to say in July. It'd be amazing. But we'll see. But they said it's going to be, when you look at another player, it's going to be such really good fluidity, like they're comparing it to Uncharted or Assassin's Creed, on like how fluid it's going to be. And that's pretty effing impressive for those of you who have played those games. Those have some of the best movement feels to them of any game. So they're really trying to hound this down. And this is alpha stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, if they're getting down to looking like that in alpha, I'm going to be impressed.
Now, hopefully they iron out what, like, the glitches that are in, like, the Assassin's Creed and all them, where it's like you're trying to go one way, but you're just getting stuck and stuck and stuck. And hopefully they fix stuff like that, which is why they're taking their time and doing it. So
yeah,
that's why I just can't wait to, like, actually play it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and you know, and another great point they did, you know, all of us in Arena Commander, and a lot of reason a lot of people have started to back off playing Arena Commander, is latency issues, the rubber banding, those type of things. It's veritably impossible to track somebody perfectly with your guns when they're right here, and then behind you all of a sudden. It's just like it rubber bands. But what we see is they talked about and asked, how's the FPS latency going to be versus the current latency issues that we're having right now in what we're playing with the spaceships? And they said a lot of the stuttering and rubber banding is caused by the number of attachments on the ships, the custom attachments, like when we add CS missiles, not only the ones in flight, but just the modules on the ship, because they have to physically render and track all these particles at the same time. So as they make the network changes that optimize the FPS, it's again going to help fix the spaceship issues, because they're actually tracking, even though it's a 8-man versus everybody type deal, they're actually tracking all the missiles, all the spaceships, and all the physical components that actually attach to your ship in real-time space. And so when the latency when the netcode goes and blocks up and too much bandwidth is taken, you get the rubber banding. So, man. Yeah, they also said there obviously will be they talked about, people asked about a training gallery. They will ask if there's a free fight mode, a single player, multi-free fight, all that stuff. They want to add those things. I don't know they'll be in the first release, but they're going to have those things added in.
Hey, you glossed over the good part too of the 20% reduction in loading time. That's pretty
cool.
Good.
They said we'll see that anyway. I don't even know if that's related to everything else. We're going to see a 20% reduction they're actually working on right now for Arena Commander of loading times.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
really
gonna
awesome.
help out a lot.
I know. That'll be nice. So it'll just be like in, play the game, go, 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 get out, play another game, and do that.
Collect and wreck even faster.
Leaderboards are also confirmed for the FPS. So leaderboards, it could be nice, or they could be as meaningless, obviously, as they will be, right? For Arena Commander. So we're gonna have the people like, oh, this is the OP glitchy way to get on top of the leaderboards. Here we go. You know, and we'll see it. It's the way it'll happen, but that's okay. It'll be fun either way. We'll have fun. We'll have fun bitching about it. We'll have fun yelling back and forth about it. It's going to happen. So you can get shot, and they said that you can incur different leg damage, hand damage, upper arms, torso, so they really have it broken out by region of the body. We'll see some of that there. They're also working on AI Horde mode, which I am kind of excited about. Horde modes are fun. Yeah. They're fun. I don't know. I mean, you got Vandal Swarm in the FPS having Horde mode.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Oh,
so, you know, and I didn't really get this one because I didn't catch the end of it. But just checking the notes, they're talking about FPS version 0 is at 80 to 85% completion. It's that last 10 to 20% that is polish and detail and needs to come together, and that's some of what they're talking about, I guess. Right?
So they're polishing it. They're fixing it. They're getting it ready to go. Which they have their final product ready. They're just bringing everything together and making sure that it works nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I also thought it was funny. Somebody asked about the Bengal carrier. Like how close is the Bengal carrier to get out? And they're like, Bengal is not even soon TM. It's like, you're crazy. It's like, no, there's nothing about that.
I like how, what were they saying? They were explaining something about like how this is coming soon, and then there's soon TM, and then there's just, it's not even, it's not even.
Just forget about it. It's not even happening, man. It's not even, don't even worry about it. It's like, pretend the ship didn't exist as far as flyability goes. Yep. And they said that the FPS patch should only be slightly larger than the current AC patch, so we knew that was like a whole nother game. Anyway, so it'll be a big patch. But it'll be good. So
prepare your hard drives to be at about 40 to 50 gigs for this game now when it comes out.
And this is something else I found interesting. Okay, so you know, as an EVE Online player, right, we had spaceships and we had what's called logi ships or logistical ships that like emanate repair juice, as you want to call it, whatever. It's a ray, and we rep ships up while they're fighting, right? Well, in the FPS, because people asked about the medical gameplay for it, they said on initial release, you'll be pointing a healing spray at a patient. And long term, it'll be a lot more complicated, but it's like, oh, Ricochet, bro, you're down. All right, shh. Okay, you're good.
Nice.
So I'm gonna spray some spray on you and heal you up, bro.
So that sounds like some Team Fortress 2 medic healing right there.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to have a little bit of that. But they said it's long term, it's going to be more complicated. But, yeah, there you go. So
let's hope that.
Apparently, there's a comm link you can read about more detail on what they're planning on going with it. Yeah.
Yep. And then the Vandal ship, did we talk about that?
No, we haven't. Kind of saving that here for the preview thing, but we'll get into that here. Actually, we could go ahead and jump into that if you want to. We can do that.
Let's do it.
Why not? Let's do it. First though, I want to talk about the VR. There's something neat that happened. No, I'll save that for the end. I'll say that for the end. I want to show you the bevel-less mirror monitor thing. That's like the new VR thing. It's like, it's not VR, but it's like faux VR. But it looks really cool with the whole like IMAX size screen on your monitor, seamless monitor. So let's go ahead and we'll jump into flying the scythe. Let me get over that screen. Boom. All right. This one. All right. So this is straight out of RSI Factory. Here's their flying the scythe. Let's watch this real quick.
Oh yeah.
Kill the music. So hear this. Here we go.
Man, that thing looks sexy.
Mm-hmm. Looks good, man. It's badass.
It really reminds me of Star Trek.
This is what I like, how the whole cockpit drops out. And you like get in it and then it closes up with you on it.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Dude, with the track IR on that.
Oh, yeah.
It's so sick looking.
Imagine being an Oculus Rift with that.
Yeah.
Ugh. I wonder how they're gonna handle the spinning though, with the Oculus Rift when you're in the ship and you get hit and you're spinning. You're just gonna be like, "Whoa!"
And then immediately throw up everywhere.
It's kind of like a gladiator, but not really.
Yeah.
The cockpit.
See how the wings like fold over? I never even noticed it ever doing that. It's like they kind of shift back in position.
Man, that is cool. Looks like it has good drift too, like with that wing.
I like how viewable it is. It looks like it's got a lot of stuff right in front of you, but it's got some good, really good vantage points on it. It's like pretty cool looking.
Does it have any missiles? Doesn't look like I see any missiles on it.
I didn't see any missiles on it, but I mean they're just doing the fly through. So since it's a mod, let me see. Didn't tell. Now, see, I don't, on the left wing, I could see where there could be some missiles, like on that arm. But it's hard to tell. I mean, there could be undercarriage missiles, too.
Yeah, that's true.
You just don't know. I mean, I wouldn't think they'd be bigger than size 1s, though, maybe on it. But who knows? Who knows? Just have to see how that rolls with that. So that's pretty cool. All right. Also, as a special treat, I know many of you out there are like me, are huge fans of the Teller videos because he's taken a lot of these models. He's rendered some amazing things with them. If you'd watched my stream last night, you'd saw where we looked at one of his videos, and it's over my favorite dream ship so far right now, which is the Idris. And we're going to do a quick walkthrough video. I don't even think Ricochet's seen this one. So it's just some of the people on the stream saw it last night. I think some of the other guys tuned us into it, but we're going to check this out because this is spoiler alert. This is like something that like obviously is not publicly released and all that, but we're going to do it anyway because we got to see it, man. It's awesome. All right, Teller vid in the making right here. Bam. Ready for this action. I want that thing so bad, dude. That's going to be our flagship for the Merc Corps. We're going to get one.
Shit.
Yeah. You see the freelancer down the bottom, like scale-wise, like freelancers down there, like bleep.
Yeah. Put one of those inside of it.
Oh, you can fit a lot of shit inside there. Here, look at this flight. This just blew my mind when I saw it. Well, that's not good enough. Let's go inside.
Oh, man. Oh, multi-crew like crazy.
I
Look
know.
at that. Oh.
Ricochet's face says it all right there, folks.
Wow. Oh, man.
Yeah. It gets better.
Imagine all that, just everything
Check out these
detailed.
bulkheads. Look at these bulkheads he's going through here. They got full, like, 3-foot door bulkheads. Because you imagine trying to take this ship?
Man, you'd have to really go through a lot of like that tactical that they were showing in the first person, where you're like clearing rooms and
Check this
breaching
out.
doors.
Look at
like,
these.
you really have to do
I
that.
think these are ejection pods.
These
Like
things right here.
escape pad. Yeah, escape pods in there.
Nice.
I'm thinking terminals all the way down the hall. Watch this. And you can tell they haven't skinned it all and everything. This is just a rough model, obviously. But
Yeah, imagine this thing skinned. Oh man.
look, gun port.
Look at that. How much you think this is gonna be in game?
Oh, everything. Just everything. We'd like a little bit of your soul and a little bit of everything. Go ahead and get this. I mean, out of game, what was it? Like a few grand?
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, this is like not. There's a reactor room. Huge bulkhead doors all the way down.
Hey, you definitely have to have a new hangar for this bad boy.
I don't even know what hangar you could get. I'm just playing this. I'd run around inside like, we ain't even flying this yet. We just running through the hallways. Ah!
Yeah.
Play hide and seek in this mug.
Yeah, the bathrooms, man, everything.
Oh, we're not done yet. There's still more. There's one of the cargo areas they show. I'm like,
Man. You can have prisoners, every you can do anything on this ship.
it's a badass ship.
Oh man, is that the storage? Man. I want to see the bridge.
They'll get to it. There's the crew quarters. Your bunks coming up here. Bathrooms. Of course, bathrooms. You gotta have more bathrooms. Like, the bathrooms are already skinned.
Yeah.
I think they go through it and say, okay, guys, we know we don't have anything cool in the ship yet, but we need to get the toilets done immediately.
Imagine the time it took to make this.
Medical
man.
bay. Look at all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 medical bays. So that way you can help heal and repair people.
Holy crap.
So if you want to be like a doctor in this game, you will have a job. I mean, you will have a full-time job, like just healing people and getting people up, and you know. And that's also the. I think when you die, you respawn in your ship's medical bay. So that's like, you know, like we do in Ark. There you go. Look at
Nice.
that torpedo room. It's got to be where you load the missiles and stuff, right?
Look at that one lonely guy there. Just like,
Yeah, he's
hey.
like, do it now. Load missiles faster. I think some of these are like captain's quarters and stuff. It looks like, where it's like a little bit bigger stuff. Look at all these ships inside. That's how much room. He just put them in there to show how much space is there for if you want to put them.
Holy Nikes.
I'll repeat, this is not a carrier. This is the Idris frigate. This thing brings power to the field like you don't even know.
Holy moly. And it's got tanks.
Well, he put tanks. He just skinned tanks in there, you know. But I mean, I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. So.
Oh man, you can take over a planet with this thing, man. A few of these things.
Well,
I mean, your planet is mine.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. But I'm like, you also got to think about the fact that when we go to scale on stuff, right? If I can find one of the scale videos real quick. Actually, I got a screen on it somewhere here. Let me find it. Set that up before the show, but that's the Idris, right? That's the frigate. That's the, like, this is your battleship coming to the fray and all that stuff, you know. Not the biggest one, but it's a good size one. I had some scale comparison somewhere. Okay.
Man, the size of that ship, though, like, just walking from one end to the other is going to take a good long time.
Okay, well, here we go. That ship you just looked at is look all the way down to bottom left. Like, behind Mitauchi. Let me hide my screen. Hang on. It's me blocking it. That's the Idris down here. In the bottom corner.
Oh,
right,
wow.
That's it. Look at all this crap leading up to that.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's how that ship's big, but there's a lot of bigger shit out there.
Holy.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, crazy, so right? The top one is going to be like you're just in a living city.
I don't think you ever will own the actual dreadnought because there's an earth shot of the Idris again.
Yeah, that's like that's just a flying city. Like here's if oh man.
And then what we got? This is. Let's see this. There we go. There's the Idris Corvette again in comparison to a lot of the other Bandul ships, the one in the middle there. So the King ship you can see is huge by comparison to some of the enemy ships out there. So you're going to need several of these little floating towns to take out some of these really big dogs in the game. So it's pretty incredible. Here we go again, King ship. And you can see the, where's on that one? There's the Pegasus and the Bengal carrier. I want to see, I have one that has the comparison between the Bengal carrier and the Idris, I think. No, that's not it. It's a Bengal carrier in there, but you don't have the Idris. I have one that, oh. Oh yeah, that's the dreadnought. See the Idris right there?
Oh yeah.
This little tiny thing in the middle of the ship that fits in there. This is like the dreadnought, the Retribution right here, and there's a whole E over there. Yeah.
Man.
That is a floating city.
Yep. Was that one the capital ship? Was it a capital ship, the Idris?
I think the Idris they consider a cap, but it's a, I guess, Corvette class, so it's more like
Corvette. Okay.
You know, like if you're talking boats, like what you would be like a destroyer, where it's not the biggest ship, but it's like, you know, the one that comes in with a hell of a lot of firepower and stuff. It's not a battleship, but it's a destroyer. You know, I think the Idris would be comparison to like a destroyer, in what I kind of see it as.
There you go, Tat.
So I think it's pretty awesome sauce there. But anyway, I think that it's gonna be amazing. I don't even know how all this stuff's gonna happen and how we're gonna get through everything. It's just so cool and overwhelming and amazing.
Oh yeah.
So can't wait to see it. See more.